up? Welcome to another exciting episode of Ninja Discernment.
You're here with your host Anbu, and to my side we have
Makoto.
Good to see you, Makoto.
Good to see you too, man.
Today we're going to be discussing out-of-body experiences.
Out-of-body experiences.
And before we jump into that, it's so funny, since we started this, I've been thinking about the name Makoto. Where do I know the name Makoto?
Where?
It is from my childhood favorite show, Rurouni Kenshin, which many of you may know. Great show, and the main antagonist was Makoto Shishio. So I'll post a picture right here. Check that out. I told him it kind of resembles him a little bit, so he might look into that.
Hey, I'm a different guy though, but okay.
But anyhow, we're going to jump into today's topic. So Makoto was telling me this crazy story about this out-of-body experience, and we decided to share with you guys. Let us know if you have similar experiences. Let us know what you think. And we'll be bringing you guys lots more videos, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's jump into it.
All right. So, out-of-body experience. This video right here. This is what it looks like. Now, I'm going to take you guys back to when I used to work at a pool company. I think that was 2015 or something like that. And I used to have a customer of mine. Used to go to his pool and service his pool.
Yeah.
Do some repairs and maybe clean his pool and whatever. If you guys didn't know, pool cleaning, repairs and stuff is actually big in Florida.
Oh yeah, huge.
It's huge, yeah. So when I went to this pool guy, when I was servicing his pool, I used to go there, and one day he came to me. I was like, I know there's something weird about him. Maybe he's a little bit shaky than usual, than normal. So I was like, what's going on? He's like, man, I had an out-of-body experience. I can't even go. He couldn't even go back to sleep to how he was shook about that. You know what I'm saying? So he was so scared. He said basically his soul came out of his body and he could see himself. But there's a lot of people that actually had this experience. Now, I never thought that I would have this experience,
Yeah.
So years down the line, I think this is around 2018 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I was hanging around a bunch of friends, and that's why I say friends. You got to watch your friends and who you hang around with and stuff like that, because, you never know. So I usually smoke weed with them. Now, I smoked all type of weeds before. I stopped smoking, but I smoked all sorts of weed before. So now, me and this group of friends were sitting down. I was sitting by a car. I was leaning up by the car like this. I had the hat on. Yankee fitted hat on, and I was laying back on the car like this. And then I took a puff, right? All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, I saw myself floating up, like I was actually looking to myself. I was looking through myself. What happened was, as I blinked, I looked down and I looked through myself. I could actually see through myself. But I could feel everything around me, which is weird. I was the first thing I said was, whoa. But I could feel the wind, and I could feel everything around me. I could feel everything. And then what happened was, I remember it was my girlfriend at the time, it's wife now. In my mind, I was like, damn, I gotta go back and look after her. And I reached back up to my body and I came back. And I was like, what the heck was that? So it got me astonished, and I was flabbergasted. Is that the word?
Yeah, flabbergasted, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, what the heck just happened? And now I realize that, life is more than what it seems. It's more than what it seems. And I realized that when you actually transition, your spirit is a part of you. That's why they say that God is a part of you, and it's inside of you, your spirit. It's real. This is real. So I'm telling everyone you need to be careful of what you do out there and how you treat people. And always do the right thing, because no matter what you do in this life, what you do in this life is important for what happened in the next life. Now, another situation happened. My grandma passed away. She was actually in Jamaica, and I didn't get a chance to go down there. Me and my father, my earthly father, we don't have a good relationship. So I wanted to go to Jamaica to see her before she passed, and he didn't want to actually, he didn't want to pick me up from the airport. Now, Jamaica was terrible at this time. It was bad. You know what's going on down there.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I don't want to be robbed at the airport or anything like that. He didn't want to pick up at the airport, so I just said, forget it. So she passed. Now, I was working at this other place, and I prayed to God that night. I went outside. It's actually nighttime. I was with my white father at the time. We were looking at the stars, and I just said, "Damn, I wish I could see her, man. I hope she's okay. She didn't get a chance to actually see my daughter and stuff like that." And what happened that night? It's like in Jamaica, we have the backyard. We call it 9 night in Jamaica. This is when a lot of people come around and we eat and we celebrate and we drink liquor and stuff like that. It's called 9 night. So in the dream, right? It was 9 night in the dream. So all of a sudden, everybody, I'm enjoying myself. They're playing dominoes. All of a sudden, my grandma approached in the dream, and it felt so real. And the thing, she didn't say anything to me, but she looked much younger.
Right.
She looked more fit, and she was in like a roses and white roses dress, but she looked gorgeous, and she danced with me in my dream. And after that, I felt like a whole thing lifted off of me, like regrets about not seeing her and stuff like that, because she took care of me when I was a kid. My mom was in New York. She took care of me, and you know what I'm saying. And it was fun times in Jamaica. I'm not gonna lie. She was a very good grandmother. Yeah. She helped me out. She was always there for me. We used to make coffee together. If you guys in Jamaica know what a marta is, it's when you put the coffee in and you marta it and mash down the coffee. I think that's the best coffee ever. So she did a lot for me, and she was a great inspiration in my life. She actually showed me, my mom too, I love both of them, but she was a good, person in my life, and she showed me a lot. Yeah. And because of her, I think I have this passion to be good. Right. Yeah. And the ability to, I'm just happy of my childhood and what I've been through, and it actually made me a better person in life. Right. Yeah. And made me appreciate life and appreciate what I have now. Yeah. So any thoughts about what I just said, Ambu? Well, it's a little bit off topic, but I have I can relate to your story, man, because I grew up with my grandmother too when I was little in Jamaica. Okay. So that's quite interesting. And on the spiritual side, I can say one time I was, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I smoked a lot of weed. And, I'm the black ninja, so I'm not as good as the white ninja. So I still dabble a little bit here and there, but it's all good. Yeah, whatever. It's all good. So, one time I remember I was in college, we were doing the stupid stuff. I was at my girl at the time's place. We were having like a party, it was a bunch of, we're all 20-year-olds, or maybe 19, I don't even know. Okay. Doing whippets. What is that? Whippets? I don't know what that is. What is that? It's like one of the stupidest drugs. It's so embarrassing to even talk about, but it's like pretty much the nitrous oxide capsules. You put that into like a whipped cream dispenser, and then you take it. Like you take a nitrous, pretty much to the brain, through this whipped cream dispenser, and then pretty much you just take that, and it gives you like a really intense high. Pretty much it brings you like way up to space. Like 30 seconds, and it brings you right back down. Wait a minute. So anyways, we're not here to promote all this stuff, but I did have kind of like an out-of-body experience with this, because what happened was, I kind of like was into like this vibe. I was like, oh my gosh, I never experienced this. Is interesting, right? So I was kind of doing maybe a little bit too much, kept abusing it, and by the end of the night, it kept getting like longer and longer highs. And by the end of it, I had to stop, because I had this experience where like my ears started ringing so much, and I kind of like lost consciousness slightly. Whoa. And I heard like this loud ringing. It was like a constant like ding 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 ding, and then a voice appeared out of nowhere, and it was like, what is the meaning of life? For real? And then the voice that spoke back to me, the answer that I heard was, there is no meaning, there is no meaning. And it was just like very like much laughter and more ringing, and I was like, oh my goodness. That is scary, bro. And I couldn't even think clearly for like the next day or so. It was really interesting time. Don't recommend, but that was my out-of-body experience. Man, that was scary, man. I thought mine was scary. My brain was not working right for a little bit. Don't recommend. I mean, life, if you look out there, right? Say you look at the trees and, You look at what's out. You go outside. Take a look outside and look at the skies, right? Take a look at how big this world is, right?
Yeah.
I know how massive it is. I mean, we have space, so many planets. You can't tell me there's not a creator out there. You can't tell me there's no God. You can't tell me that. There's someone up there.
Right.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot of, it's not. Stop playing with your life, man. I'll say enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Do what you love to do. Find a passion you love to do and just completely go into it. That's my final thoughts about it. And if anyone out there had this experience, out of body experience, a lot of people have it. And I will be putting it up as a thumbnail so you guys can check out what it looks like. And if you have any experience, let us know. In the comments, and we'll surely bring you on here. Let you call up once we have enough subscribers and we have people that's interested in calling. We have a few people now, but we kind of want to wait till the channel grow a little bit, and then we'll do that. And we'll provide a number that you could call, and we could talk, and you guys could be on the show also. And that's about it.
Yeah, so like and subscribe if you want to see anything like that. We appreciate your time. Take care. And for now, Ninja Discernment, we're out. Yeah, go ahead.
Now remember, you were watching Ninja Discernment, huh? Later.